Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Big Dirty Dirty. And today I've got a little special video that I'd like to put out. It seems that I was tagged by the Rebel Prepper. And what he did was he put together a zombie squad, a zombie response team. And in his video, in his response team, he gave me a really admirable position within his squad. So if you haven't seen his video, go check it out on the Rebel Prepper on YouTube. So you guys go check that out and you'll see what he did. Okay? So anyway, the deal was that if he tagged you in his video, that you were supposed to come up with a response and, you know, basically do the same thing, come up with a zombie response team. So if there was a zombie apocalypse, who is on my call list? Like right away, who am I going to call and put together a group? Okay? Now, I learned from watching Jayhawk's videos that it doesn't really matter if you follow the rules that people gave you. You can just do what you want, basically. So that's what I did. I'm doing what I want. I'm not exactly sticking to the way the Rebel Prepper did it. I've changed it up. Get some coffee. That's Dunkin' Donuts coffees, boys and girls. That's good stuff. Okay, so anyway, I thought about it. And during the zombie apocalypse, I'm thinking, you know, I want to have a base. You know, a base of operations that can be protected and fortified and all that, right? So, you know, that's kind of where I'm going to do this from, that standpoint right there, okay? And these are the people that are going to be in my base of operations to help it run correctly and make sure everybody's safe inside, okay? And I have positions that, you know, I want filled, and these are the people that I'd have fill those positions. So the most important thing, if you're going to have a base of operations, is to have base security. Because you don't want zombie hordes coming in and killing everybody in your base, right? Okay. So for that position, and that is probably one of the most important positions, I would choose Jayhawk, USMCR, and Brandon Burroughs. Okay? Now, Jayhawk, years of military experience, okay, under his belt. He knows a little bit about base security, I'm sure. Okay, so that's why I picked him. Brandon Burroughs, you guys know him? If you don't, go check out his channel on YouTube because he's a really cool guy. He also is going to be doing a really cool show on AroundTheCabin.com, a man show called The Boiler Room. And yeah, that's going to be cool. So you guys check him out on YouTube and check him out on AroundTheCabin.com, okay? But anyway, Brandon Burroughs. You know what? He's a good old Bubba. He's a straight up redneck, and I trust rednecks. So that's why I'm putting him in that position, because I trust him, because he's a redneck. So Brandon Burroughs and Jayhawk, those guys are in charge of my base security. So anybody else, any other survivors that come in, they're going to be in charge of those survivors to make sure that the base is secure. Okay? That's important. Now, another important thing is, you know, the weapons. What weapons are we going to use and keep on hand, right? So we'll need an armory for that to keep our weapons in. And then keep them functioning and all that, because you constantly have to be cleaning your weapons and stuff like that. So I know two guys that are totally into guns, that love their gun stuff. And those guys are going to be in charge of my armory. Those two guys are Gun Crazy 81 and his brother, Ruger Dude 3. So I'm going to keep those two guys in charge of the armory, okay? And that's going to be cool, because then if anybody comes to me and be like, "Oh, Dirt, my AR-15's not working," I'm going to say, go over and, you know, see the twins. They'll take care of it. So I pick them. Go check them out on YouTube. They both have channels on YouTube. That's Gun Crazy 81 and Ruger Dude 3. Okay? So, now we've got the armory taken care of. Now we're going to need hunters. Somebody that can actually go out and get food for people. Okay? And bring back food so that we don't starve to death there in our little base. Okay? And for that position, I chose Mike Parker. Okay? If you guys know who Mike Parker is, go check him out on YouTube. He goes by Mike Parker on YouTube as well. He's really cool, man. He's a bow guy. So he makes his own bows. He makes his own arrows. He knows how to map flint, so he can actually make his own arrowheads and all that. And that's silent, so it's not going to bring a bunch of zombies running towards us, right? Because he's out there hunting silently. So because of that reason, actually, if you go over and check out his videos, you'll see he's actually made his own bows and stuff. I mean, he really does make his own stuff. It's pretty cool. So I would pick Mike Parker for that reason. And then the other guy I'd pick for that position as well with him would be Woods Runner, 1776. Now, again, he's a redneck. I like rednecks, so I like Woods Runner. And he's got a lot of trapping videos and stuff on his YouTube channel. So if you go check out Woods Runner, you'll see why I picked him as one of the guys primarily to go out and get meat, bring meat back to us, because I know he'll do it. Okay? But you can't rely on the fact that you'll be able to hunt. You know, winter's going to happen, shit happens. It's going to be hard to get out there and get the food. So, at base, I'm going to have NorCal Prepper, because NorCal Prepper can raise rabbits and meat rabbits and stuff like that. So it'll be good to have somebody that knows how to raise animals and stuff like that at base, making those assets there at base so that we have them. So we don't have to go out hunting as much, because we should have meat rabbits. Okay? So, there's going to be certain stuff that we're not going to be able to get like that, you know, flour, things like that, right? So we're going to need a silent operator, somebody that can sneak out there, be real quiet, get stuff, come back, you know. And plus maybe an assassin, so while they're out, they're going to have to be quiet, but they're still going to have to be a deadly threat, because they're going to have to deal with the zombies that they roll across while they're doing their thing, right? So, I've picked good ones for this one. The number one on that list is going to be Youth to Wild, Shannon, okay? If you guys haven't seen her videos, you're missing out on a lot, because she is cool. If you guys watch NCIS Ziva on there, that's who she reminds me of, a really young Ziva. So I'm scared of her, actually, just a little bit scared of her, because she plays with Uzis. I mean, it's amazing. So go check her out. But Youth to Wild, Shannon, she would be my silent operator. Okay, she'd be the one going out and getting me stuff like that. Now I need a mechanic to keep things running and stuff like that at base, right? Well, there's one guy that I know, the Garage Guru, that can figure out how to fix anything, I think, right? So, I'm going to pick Rat Rod Daddy-O, the Garage Guru, as my mechanic. Anything that needs repaired, it's going to go through him, okay? And then Bob Knight is going to be there. And Bob Knight is going to be building our shelters, because that man knows how to build shelters. Go check out his YouTube channel. He made this really cool like biodome thing that he can bring out and set it up anywhere. It's really cool, so go check him out. Plus, like I said, he just knows shelters. He's really good with shelter. So, those are going to be my guys for that. Now, all that food we're getting back at base, somebody's going to have to cook that stuff, right? And it ain't going to be me. So for that, I have picked The Runs. R-U-N-Z, The Runs, right? And his beautiful wife, Sylvia. They're going to be the ones cooking all the grub. And why is that? Because they are awesome cooks, man. Oh my God, that guy can cook, and his wife too, both of them. Awesome cooks. So they're going to be in charge of making sure that we have yummy stuff to eat. They have a show also on AroundTheCabin.com. Okay, so go check them out. It's Cooking with the Foxes is the name of their show. But The Runs does have a YouTube channel called The Runs. T-H-E, I think. T-H-A or T-H-E-R-U-N-Z. Okay, so go check him out. Good stuff, man. Gets me hungry every time I watch. So anyway, all right, so I've got to take, I'm checking my list because I actually do have a list, okay, of people and where I want them. All right, so we're going to need something to eat this food out of, right? And I can think of none other to make baskets and spoons for us, right? That's what we need, somebody that can make baskets and spoons and dishes and stuff like that. So the best person for weaving baskets and making spoons that I can think of anyway is Chris Kane from Chris Kane Survival, okay? That man can whip you up a basket that quick, right? A spoon, It's done before you even think you need a spoon. He's already carved it and signed it. He puts his little signature on every spoon that he makes. So Chris Kane is going to be the one making all the baskets to eat out of and the spoons, okay? Then, I guess a really important thing is, see, I'm over 40 years old, okay? Now, you guys that are over 40 are going to know what I'm talking about. You guys that are under 40, you don't know what I'm talking about yet, but you will. Take Big Dirt's word for it. You're going to know. Once you hit the age of 40, you can never, ever, ever trust a fart, okay? Never trust a fart over the age of 40, okay? Shit happens, literally, okay? So, I'm going to need a camp bitch, okay? I'm going to need somebody to wash my underwear and, you know, down at the stream or the creek and my socks and just do some general cleaning and wash the baskets out after, you know, we eat and clean off all the wooden spoons that Chris carved. So we're going to need somebody that can be just an awesome all-around camp bitch and keep things clean, keep my underwear clean and all that, right? And for that position, which is a very important position, okay, I am picking none other than the Rebel Prepper. That's right, the Rebel Prepper is going to be cleaning my dirty underwear, okay? So, but I don't want him to be bored because he's going to be doing that, you know, and that's a boring job. Sitting there cleaning my underwear is going to be a boring job. I know it, you know. So I want him to have entertainment. Somebody that can talk a lot of shit, but it doesn't really mean anything because they don't know what they're talking about, so they're just like babbling, right? I love that. And drama. There's got to be drama because if there isn't drama, Rebel's going to get tired of hearing the stories, right? So I need somebody that can talk a lot of shit but doesn't actually know what the fuck they're talking about. And then drama. Okay, that's going to be important, right? So for that person, I picked JC. Right now he's going by JC and Shorty or something like that. But he's got like 50 channels because he bothers people. And then people get him back. And so he's got to constantly change his video or his channels. So God only knows what it'll be by the time people see this, but it's JC. And yeah, I can't think of a guy better for that position than him. You know, he talks a lot of shit, has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. And then he's full of drama. So perfect guy for that position. Anyway, I'm not going to make you guys make videos and respond to this. You can if you want. That'd be really cool if you did. So anybody I mentioned here, and God, I hope I didn't miss anybody, because this really is a long list I got going here. But anyway, if I missed you, I'm sorry. And there are guys that I would love to have in my group that I didn't mention. So if I didn't mention you, don't take it bad. Actually, you know what? I just thought of one, right? So Arrow 1, he'd be in the armory with Gun Crazy and Ruger, dude. All three of those guys, those maniacs, would be in there taking care of guns. So see, there's another one I forgot about. So if I forgot about you, it wasn't intentional. I'm sorry, guys. And for everybody that made it to the zombie squad, congratulations. And we'll check you guys out next time. If you feel like you want to make a response to this, go right ahead. And see you guys later. Peace!